Welcome everyone. In this class, we will be studying about how to, that is, we will be studying about a type of test cross. In the last class, I have said you that we will be studying about those types of crosses. Types of crosses. We have three different types of cross. One is test cross. Another is back cross. Here first we have test cross. Then we have back cross. Then we have reciprocal cross. These are nothing but the types of cross. Crossing is nothing but reproducing a new organism, reproducing a new breed. Producing a new breed. So, we will be producing new breeds. Here we will be, that is the types of cross which we find. We have three types of cross. First is test cross, second is back cross, and the third is reciprocal cross. Test cross, back cross and reciprocal cross. We will study each of the types in detail. First we will move to test cross. That is types of cross. We have three types. Now first we will deal with this test cross. Why we do this test cross? Why we do test cross? Here we do test cross to know the genotype, of unknown. We do test cross. Why we do this test cross? Here to know the genotype of unknown. Here a ratio will be given. That is, with the help of the ratio, for example, we have find out that is new plants have been produced. New plant has been produced. Out of that new plants, so all four of them are tall. All four of, for example, if we have taken the test cross for monohybrid ratio. Test cross for monohybrid ratio. That is, we are checking for one plant. Now we get the characters, that is all four are tall plants. All four are tall plants. So now we know that all the four plants are tall plants. But what is the genotype? What is the genotype? Whether those tall plants are from homozygous, that is homozygous, or whether the plants are from heterozygous, because if heterozygous is also there, then heterozygous, the dominant will be tall only. So we don't know whether we have got four tall plants. We don't know that tall plants are from homozygous, that is capital T, or we are getting that from heterozygous, that is one capital T and one small t. We have got four plants. And all four of them are tall. Okay. Now we don't know this tall plants are from this parents or from this parent. This is homozygous, and this is heterozygous. If we cross it from this we will get all tall plants, and if we cross with this also we will get all tall plants, because here T is the dominant one. Here though T is only there. So we will get all four tall plants. Then from what is the genotype which we are getting this four tall plants from? Whether the genotype is this or whether the genotype is this. We are getting tall plants, but from where? From what type of genotype we are getting this tall plants? So we have to know this genotype. So to know this genotype, whether this tall plants is from the homozygous tall tree or whether it is from heterozygous, that is genotype, we don't know. So to know this, we do test cross. If you are unable to understand, when we do the cross, we will be able to understand it. So why we do test cross? The test cross is done to know the genotype of the unknown. This is the unknown. We get tall plants, four tall plants. Then how we are getting to know this? From where we are getting the tall plants? We will do this test cross. test cross, whether the parents of the stall plants are homozygous or whether the parents of the stall plants are heterozygous. So, to know this one, to know this, we will be doing the test cross. Test cross is to know the genotype of the unknown. We don't know from where we have got this one. So, to know this genotype, we do the test cross. To know the genotype of the unknown, we do test cross. So, here first to know the unknown, now we will start with the known. See, here in scenarios we can have, that is genotype for monohybrid cross. If we see this test cross for monohybrid cross, if we see the test cross for monohybrid characters, that is for one character. For one character, the genotype can be homozygous, the genotype can be, this is right here, genotype can be homozygous dominant, or the genotype can be heterozygous, or the genotype can be homozygous recessive. Suppose if we are taking one character, if we are checking for one character, that one character is height, that one character is height. Height is the, for this representing we will be using capital T, or we can use small t. Capital T is for tall and small t is for short plants. If we are calculating, if we are checking for the height of the plant, only one character we are taking, if we are checking only for height of the plant. So for the height of the plant, there will be, it can be tall plants or it can be short plant. The plant can be tall or it can be short. So what type of genotype can be found? What type of genotypic ratio, what type of genetic makeup can be found in the plant? The plant can have both the capital T's. Alleles, what type of alleles can be found? The plant can have both the capital T, plant can have both small t, or the plant can have one capital T and one small t. This can be the probable genotypes which we can find, if we are checking the height. So here for checking the height, what type of genetic material can be present in the plant? The genetic material can be, that is both of the genes, both of the alleles will be of same type, or both of the alleles will be same type, but here it is both of them are dominant. Here also same type of alleles, but they are recessive, and here one of the allele is dominant and one of the allele is recessive. Genotype is nothing but genetic makeup. Genotype is nothing but genetic makeup of the plant. We find three genotypes. We find three genotypes. One is all of them will be dominant, then other will be all of them will be recessive, homozygous dominant, homozygous recessive, or we can have heterozygous. We have already seen this. Go through your previous classes. Go through the classworks if you have written, you will be able to understand this. So for any genotype, that is for any character, we find three types of genotypes. For any character, whether we take height or whether we take color or whether we take position of the flower, whether we take color of the flower, whether we take, that is shape of the seed, or whatever, for any character. For any character, we can find three genotypes. We can find three genotypes. One will be homozygous dominant, one will be homozygous recessive, and one will be heterozygous. You remember, that is for any organism, the genotype, there will be possibly three types of genotypes. One type of genotype will be all homozygous dominant, one type of genotype will be all homozygous recessive, and one type will be heterozygous. For any character, we can find three possible types of genotypes. For any character, we can find 3 possible types of genotypes. So now we have to find the genotype of the unknown. So we will take this one and we will take all, kyunki that is, it can be this or it can be this. This unknown can be this. This unknown can be this, or it can be this. This unknown genotype, it can be homozygous dominant, it can be heterozygous dominant, or it can be homozygous recessive. We have to find out which one it is. Which one it is. So we are finding out the genotype. Possible genotypes can be 3. Possible genotypes can be 3. So out of these 3 possible genotypes, which one it is? Which one it is? So to know this unknown, out of these 3, it can be anyone. It can be anyone. To know which one it is, we do test cross. To know which one it is, we do test cross. And here one important thing, in a test cross, we cross this unknown. Unknown can be this, or unknown can be this, or unknown can be this. So we cross this unknown with always homozygous, one parent. We cross this unknown with the one parent. So that parent should be, it should be homozygous recessive. It should be homozygous recessive. For example, if it is this one, 3 possible types. Now we will do all 3 possible types. So first we are taking this one, capital T and capital T. This we don't know. This we don't know which one it is. At the end we will be backtracking it, but we find, in order to know this unknown now, it is better if we know this, if we already do this with known ones. Known is already 3. Kaisa bhi, that is, at the end we will be having only 3 types of genotypes only. So here, by taking this, by crossing this 3 types of genotypes with this recessive, homozygous recessive. For example, we don't know whether it is this one. So now this we will cross with recessive. This we will cross with recessive, because we said now for test cross, one parent should be homozygous recessive. In order to do the test cross, one parent should be homozygous recessive. So here, to know whether this is the unknown, we use this recessive parent, that is both capital T, homozygous recessive, or whether it is this one. To know this, we use this one and this homozygous recessive. For any, to know whether it is this genotype, whether it is this genotype, or whether it is this genotype, to know which one is the genotype, we cross it with recessive, homozygous recessive. To know whether this is the genotype, we cross it with this recessive. Again, we cross it with one recessive, homozygous recessive. Always remember, to do the test cross, we have to take one parent should be homozygous recessive. One parent should be homozygous recessive. Here, first we will take this one. Unknown is this one. We'll cross it with homozygous recessive. So what we'll get? For this, the gametes will be T and T. And here the gametes will be T and T. First, gametes will be T and T, 1T, 1T. For this, gametes will be both small t. Now cross. Put the cross. Once small t, capital T, capital T. Make the cross. Make the cross. We are doing it for this one now. We are doing it for this one. For both the capital T, here the gametes will be 2 capital T's, and for both small t's, the gametes will be 2 small t's. Segregate. Gametes is, that is, during the gamete formation, the alleles will segregate. Here, so we get this and this. So when we put it at this side, we have done this in Punnett squares. We have already seen it. Now here, we get this one. capital T and small t. Here capital T, small t. Here capital T, small t. Then again capital T, small t. Capital T and small t. How we are getting this t with this t, this t with this t, this t with this t here, this t with this t here. So what we have got, the ratio is 4:0. The ratio is 4:0. The ratio is 4:0 because this is also this 4. All of them are heterozygous. All of them are capital T and small t. So there is no other, that is 4:0. All of them are 4:0. Why we are not? Here T is the dominant. Here T is the dominant. So the ratio which we get is 4:0. Now we'll do this for this one. This one, heterozygous, capital T, small t versus we have to cross it with homozygous recessive, that is small t, small t. So what type of gametes we get? One is capital T, one is small t here. And here what type of gametes we get? One is small t, one is small t. So putting the gametes here on one side. Okay, this is small t, this is capital T, small t. So here we get capital T, small t, again capital T, small t, this is small t, and this is also small t, small t. So the ratio which we get is 2:2. To this type, capital T and small t, 1, 2. 2 we are getting, and 2 small t we are getting 2. So the ratio is 2:2. The ratio is 2:2. Both of them are tall. This is also tall, and sorry, this is one is tall and one is short. This is tall, and this is short. Here all 4 of them are tall. All 4 of them are tall. Here 2 are tall and 2 are short. 2 are tall and 2 are short. Now if we do this for this one, TT and TT, TT and TT. So here we get this gametes, we get this gametes. So put it T and T, same T and T. So we get TT, this TT, TT and TT. All 4 of them are short. We get 0:4. We get 0:4. Why we are writing 0:4, not 4:0? Because always we should write dominant first. Always we should write the ratio of dominant first, then recessive. So here whether anyone is dominant? No dominant. All 4 of them are recessive. So there is no dominant. So that is why 0, and all of them 4 are recessive. So all 4 are short plants. All 4 are short plants. So we have taken this test cross. We have taken this test cross for all the 3 genotypes. For any character we find 3 types of genotypes. Okay. So it can be capital T, this here it can be capital T, or it can be one capital T, one small t, or it can be both small t. It can be both small t. These 3 genotypes can be found for a character, and for all this genotype in a test cross we have to cross them with homozygous recessive. We have to cross them with homozygous recessive. So here for this we are crossing with homozygous recessive, this also we are crossing with homozygous recessive, this also we are crossing with homozygous recessive. So when we cross this homozygous dominant with homozygous recessive, we have got the ratio 4:0. We have got the ratio 4:0. When we cross this heterozygous with homozygous recessive, when we cross this heterozygous with homozygous recessive, then we have got the ratio as 2:2. And when we have crossed this homozygous recessive with homozygous recessive, so we have got the ratio as 0:4. 0:4. Here 0:4. Now test cross, we have already taken, for easy understanding, we have already taken the unknowns. We have already taken the unknowns, that unknown can be homozygous dominant, unknown can be homozygous recessive, or unknown can be heterozygous. We don't know which one. So when we see the ratio, if we see the ratio as 4:0 in a test cross, if we see the ratio as 4:0, then the unknown will be homozygous dominant. We will only have this ratio. We don't know the genotype. In test cross, we have this ratio. Ratio will be given. We don't know the genotype. We have to find out the genotype by taking the ratio. So if we get the ratio as 4:0, if we get the ratio as 4:0, then the genotype will be capital T, capital T. The genotype will be homozygous dominant. But if we have the ratio as here 2:2, 2:2, which can be simplified as 1:1, that is 2 ones are 2 ones are. So if we have the ratio 1:1 or 2:2, whichever it may be. So because 2:2 can be simplified to 1:1. If you have the ratio as 2:2 or 1:1, then it will be heterozygous. The unknown will be heterozygous. Man, if you have the ratio as 0:4, if you have the ratio as 0:4, then the unknown will be homozygous recessive. Here to calculate, why we do test cross? To know the genotype of the unknown. Here unknown, we don't know the genotype, only ratio is given. If the ratio is given as 0:4, we have to find out the genotype. We have to find out the genotype. So what will be the genotype? What type of genotype we will get if we get the ratio as 0:4? If this is 0:4, then we get this one. Because we have got this ratio 0:4 is the unknown is homozygous recessive. But here if this ratio, instead of this we have got 1:1, the ratio here is 1:1, then which type of genotype will be there? It will be heterozygous, capital T and small t. But if we have the ratio as 4:0, 4:0, then what type of genotype we have? It will be homozygous dominant. The genotype will be homozygous dominant. So we just have the ratio. By seeing the ratio, we can backtrack it, because genotype can be of only 3 types. Genotype can be of only 3 types. If the ratio is 0:4, then the genotype is homozygous recessive. If the ratio is 1:1, then the genotype is that is heterozygous. And if the ratio is 4:0, then the genotype will be homozygous dominant. So here in this test cross, we always cross this known genotype with this one. You know this, only the ratio will be given. Only the ratio will be given. To know the ratio is of which plant, which genotype? We have to calculate with this all three probable genotypes with the homozygous recessive. Here only gene, that is ratio is given. To know which ratio it is the ratio for which genotype. What we have to do? We have to cross the possible genotypes with the recessive, homozygous recessive. Then we will be able to know what is the genotype of this ratio. So, to know the genotype of this unknown, we use test cross. And remember, always in test cross, we cross the probable genotypes with homozygous recessive. In the next class, we will see how to do back cross. Here we have done it for homozygous, that is, we have done it for monohybrid. Always we have taken only one character. Now in the next class, before going to back cross, we will take the another one, that is, we will take up the test cross for dihybrid cross.